On the count of 3, we're gonna say our body counts at the same time. For the first time.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 650.
Oh! You're joking, right?
No.
You're joking.
Yours is not 4. Come on.
You're joking, right?
I mean, it's like 6 something, like 612, but I stopped counting after. What?
You're joking.
I stopped counting after like 600.
I'm downloading Tinder right now.
Why?
I gotta catch up. I gotta catch up. What are you talking
Yours
about?
is not 4. Why are you lying
What
to
are
me?
you
I thought we were gonna be honest.
Oh my god. Who cares if mine's 40? You just said 650. I'm downloading Tinder.
I didn't say 650.
I gotta catch up, bro.
600.
I gotta get Bumble. I gotta get
Like
Hinge.
612.
Hold
What
on.
are you doing?
I'm about to be clapping cheeks. What are you talking about?
You guys ready?
Yeah.
We're gonna play a little game.
Oh no.
Okay. And just ladies, can I have you guys all close your eyes?
Oh no.
Okay. Can we get the wide shot so we can see everybody?
Can
all
I
right.
opt
Cool.
out?
Make sure.
I only care if you're clean. I don't care about
Okay,
numbers.
ready? No,
Let me say that
stop
first.
talking. Stop talking. You don't ruin it. Okay. Ready? Ladies, you want to close your eyes. Do
Close
not
your
look at
eyes.
each other. I need all you ladies to close your eyes.
Close
okay?
your eyes.
Ready?
Close your
I'm
eyes.
going to say a
Don't
number.
look.
I'm going to say an integer. And when this integer, you are in a relationship with a man. Everything is going well in this relationship. The sex is good. He is, in all intents and purposes, you guys have been together, let's just say at this point, for 8 months, and there's been no red flags so far. At this point, for however reason, you get to know his actual body count. I'm going to say his body count. When it's a problem, raise your hand. When it's a problem. 10, 20, 50. No, just don't keep your eyes closed. Go ahead. Keep your eyes closed. 50, 60. Just raise your hand. Can you raise it up so the audience can see here? Okay, cool. 70.
My hand's not going to go up.
Stop. Please, guys, please don't say anything out loud. So 70. Keep your hands up, you two. Okay, cool. 70, 100, 150.
It's like an auction.
200, 250, 300, 300, 400, 500, 500. Okay, we got 500, 500 going once. 600, 700, 800. I don't even know if I could be friends with a dude at 800. I'm just kidding. 900.
Is it even possible at that point?
1,000. Is there 1,000?
I mean,
Definitely possible.
Okay, all right, here we go. So you guys can open up your eyes. I just want to show this to the guys out there watching. It's like, so we had one at 50, one at 70, and then one at 100. What did you
500, 500.
One at 500.
My mom's gonna be so disappointed.
And the rest of the girls didn't raise their hand even at $1,000, at 1,000. Okay, so women do not seem to care that much about body count as men do, and you saw him like freaking out at 650, right? That was still so wild.
well, and here's the thing. I think it'd be very hypocritical, me being in porn, to even put a number because, and also like, that whole men thinking that like, oh, you're used and your pussy's going to be loose and stuff. That's not real because I've had sex plenty. And I get literally yesterday, someone was
It's
like,
a
oh my
muscle.
God, it's the tightest I've ever had. So
Do your
Use
Kegels,
it.
ladies. Do your Kegels.
My mom said the answer is 7, always 7. She just texted me that. She said the answer is always 7.
I don't feel like I have to tell you anything, and I'm cool.
anyone who asks
I don't know
you,
what you're doing either. So
any
that's
man who
not
asks
sense.
you what your body count is, just break up with them.
Is
Because they're just-
insecure.
because here's the thing.
Insecure.
Here's the thing.
No,
He's going to be mad at any number you give. Either
Ready? So
you're
here's
too
what you
low
do.
or you're
Fellas,
too high.
here, what
So
you
it
do
doesn't matter.
Is you talk to her, you say, hey, did I make your top 20? That's what you say. Did I at least make your top
Just don't
20?
ask. It's
like
honestly,
low
it's
ambitions.
rude. It's rude as
And like you said, as long as they're clean.
yeah.
No, that's
And
my
here's the
thing. As
thing.
long as you're clean, I really don't want to know. Like, I don't ask that. And when a guy does ask me that, I really am just like, I really don't want to continue with that guy because I'm like, why does it matter? As long as you're
Practice,
clean, I'm clean,
practice.
whatever.
Practice.
And for-
And that's
yeah.
what with
For-
my fiance and I, we say
Practice makes
thank you to all the people beforehand.
That
'cause
made me this
I
way.
have no complaints. I got
And
no
for me,
complaints.
For me, if I was in a relationship, if there's two different dynamics for me, because I can go with someone who's in the industry, which it's a different dynamic. We both mess around with multiple people, because it's work. Work is work. We come home. It's going to be at the end of the day, I'm in your bed. We share life. Don't go out to dinner afterwards. That's cheating. That's emotional
Emotional.
cheating.
Yeah.
That's not okay. For a civilian, if I were to date,
Get civilian.
The terminology was hilarious.
I love
ladies.
that.
Keep
That-
going, keep
that's
going.
what we say. So for a civilian, go get tested, okay? And if we're in the talking phase or whatever, if you have relations with somebody else, just make sure you go and get tested before we do. Just be honest. I don't care.
No,
But if we're
straight up,
in-
just be for real.
But if we're in an actual real relationship, I might be going to work, but it's work. I don't have emotional ties. I am getting a check. It is only money. It is me showing up to work, doing my job, and coming home.
What is the book, The Ethical? I personally haven't read it, but it basically describes these sort of things. Like
Yeah.
if you're gonna it's like
I'm gonna read this.
if you're gonna be be an ethical.
It's pretty debunked. Listen,
I haven't read it. I haven't read it.
But also,
It's
I
not
would
on
have
par
to
with
be.
the rational.
No.
I would have to be with a man that is so secure in our relationship and himself that he would have to realize that I am coming home to you.
no, I'm with
know?
you. But,
Coming
but hold on,
home
hold
to
on.
you.
And it's hard for a
Hold
man
on.
to
Hold on.
compartmentalize that.
Just so we're clear, because we're talking about how strong this man is. You are going to have sex with other dudes on camera,
Mhm.
and he is not going to have sex with anyone else, and he needs to be strong enough to be able to understand that it's just work.
Yeah,
Is that it?
yeah.
Correct. But he can't go have sex with other women.
No, because then it's emotional and it's physical.
emotional. It sounds immoral
Because-
too. Yeah.
yes.
There we go.
Do you bring anyone home for fun?
Not maybe sometimes, but not really.
Not really.
No,
Why would you do that? Because then
maybe.
other women would have sex with her man.
If the guy was,
It's not
if the
like
guy's-
that. It's just more of like
Not into
it's not like I'm not
the
into
guy-
women.
if
Why would
the-
I bring a woman in if I'm not sexually attracted to a woman?
Yeah.
Well, I was
It's
gonna
not
say,
fun
is
for
there-
both of us. It's just fun
maybe
for him.
because you're
So
humiliating your
feel.
dude. I don't know.
is there a difference between if it was a civilian or it was a guy in the industry? Then would either one would you bring a girl home for?
No, because I'm not attracted to women. It's the same thing.
So it's
It needs
just
to be
not
mutually
anything.
beneficial.
Okay, so
Now, if I do find a girl that I find attractive, it was like, okay, there might be one or two, but that maybe we'll talk
Who are they?
about it.
List their names right now.
Usually it's a
Which
girl
one of you
that
girls
looks
can clean a fish?
Yeah.
usually it's like a bubbly girl that looks exactly like me except blonde, like my natural hair, and then it's like petite, like me times two.
So a
you know?
twin.
Yeah.
Where's my doppelganger
I'm
at?
not touching myself, okay?
can you see how a lot of men who are also pretty strong might not want that deal?
That's why they're not mine.
Yeah, that's incredible.
And I'm okay with
Is
that.
it possible for them to have a good life, even though they don't want
Yeah.
that arrangement? Okay, good. Just making sure that I'm not losing my mind here, because that does not
I don't
sound like
think
a great deal.
I don't think that's outrageous, to be honest.
I think there's some guys who would accept that. I just think that most guys, 95% of
Well,
guys,
here's
don't
the
accept
thing: I don't fall in love with my co-stars.
that. Apparently.
But like somebody who would, like, if he goes out to the club and picks up a girl, he potentially fall in love with her. And I'm like, no, that you're putting yourself into that position. It's completely different. Also, when you're in the sex industry, your mind changes to the sex industry standards. So you understand when someone's a civilian, you don't understand fully of like it's work.
It's the compartmentalizing.
I was just about to
So-
say.
so I'm-
So I was going to say this is. I have a question for you too, but before I do, this is really good. Are they able to see it, or is it a form of selective blindness? A little of both, actually. And it goes back to what I was saying about compartmentalizing it. Most women can't compartmentalize an emotional investment with sex, right? Most men can. That's why we can go on Pornhub, rub one out, and go down the street and have a big gulp. At
And
the
I think the
7-Eleven,
sex
right?
industry has
It's-
made me be able to do
Okay,
that.
Well, yeah,
so
well, that's
why-
what I was going to say. There's women that can do that because they're either really sexual or they're in the business, or
It's a learning
only,
skill.
I think OnlyFans is actually training and conditioning women so that they can compartmentalize it, because normally speaking, there's that emotional. Cause I got to be in love with the guy. He's got to have feelings for him. I got to be comfortable with you. All this. I know. I realize.
Okay. Hold on, listen. Do you ever enjoy working with any male talent?
Yeah, there's some that I have like really,
She got a crush.
No, I'm saying, but like
No.
it's a physically enjoyable experience.
Yeah, a lot of times.
All right, hold on. Do you think
We have
that-
good connection
Okay,
on
hold
camera.
on,
It's great.
wait. Do you think that the male talent has a good positive physical experience when they're having sex with you?
All the time.
Okay. And as your man is supposed to be strong enough to be okay with the fact that you are not only having sex, I get it that you're compartmentalizing it emotionally, but you are enjoying it, and so is the other guy, and I'm supposed to be strong enough.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's different because like when you're at work, I'm not having emotional connection with my co-star.
but he's enjoying it. See,
but he's not having emotional connection with it either.
It doesn't matter. The point, this is the part that actually makes it worse. This is the part that you're missing. It's not just that when if a girl goes off and films with some other dude, it's not whether or not, let's make she hated the whole, honey, I hated the whole scene that I filmed. It was terrible. He enjoyed it, and you're my girl, and he enjoyed it. That's the problem.
Then that becomes possessiveness. I think that's what you're saying.
Think me.
It's
Hold on. Ready? Time out.
Men
Can I
and
get the
women
camera
are
on me?
different.
That sounds like I don't want anyone touching my things.
Stop.
No,
stop.
I don't like
not wanting. Let me. Not wanting another dude to stick his penis in my girl is not possessiveness.
No,
that is madness.
It's not.
That is normal heterosexual behavior.
I think there's a lot of nuance and a lot of levels to this conversation of the fact. I agree with what you're saying. Like men, the way like you're seeing another man enjoy your woman, like just as a man, no. Hard stop.
Homicide.
No.
Homicide.
Done. And then there's also the nuance of what Jessica is explaining. There is the compartmentalizing. There's the desensitizing when you're in that industry. So I think a better situation would be you have two non-civilians together rather than a civilian. And
because then the guy could understand a little bit more, and like you could be like, oh, it's just work. Like
and that's also why a lot of people, when they're in the industry, when they date a civilian, or sometimes it's even other performers, when the man is like, no, I don't want you to perform anymore, but then also that performer is also going off and still doing work. Like
it's just how men are, though. I mean, that's just how they're wired. I think. But here's the thing: down to a whole nature thing.
I'm still going no matter what, and it goes back to what that clip that we had earlier, where it's like I'm not going to put myself in a position to be vulnerable because anytime you could leave.
Right.
And you know what? And then I'm not going to be that one that's going to be 3 years down the road getting back into porn and then have to start completely over.
80% of divorces are initiated by women. Like we're the ones 4 times more likely for you to leave.
But no, a lot of the time it's triggered because of a man, like cheating or all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to say all, but sometimes it's cheating or being unhappy.
If what you were saying was true,
it's men's fault all the time. It's men's fault.
If what you're saying was true, then 75% of lesbians wouldn't get divorced. It's crazy.
It's toxic masculinity. That's toxic femininity.
Yeah. Well, either way, it's like at the end of the day, if something were to happen and we break up 3 years down the road and I have to restart,
so
completely over.
You're concerned with sunk cost is what it is. It's a sunk cost phenomenon, whatever. A moment ago, you were saying if I was with a civilian and he should accept the fact that I'm just going to work and having sex with guys, whatever. But if he goes out to the club, finds a chick and knocks it out with her, you're worried that he's going to catch feelings for her. And then you will lose your return on investment, right? Because you put all your emotions and everything else into this one guy, correct?
Yes, yeah.
So is that not then a form of possessiveness? That's number one. Number two is this. Is it possible for that guy to go out in the clubs, find a chick, bang her, and say, oh, it was nothing, I didn't catch feelings for her, so it was just sex. It was just like you going to work.
Yeah.
Or
this is insanity, bro.
Is that a possibility that a guy can compartmentalize?
I want to see what you have to say.
Well, where's the transparency there, right? So, if you're going to work, you say, "Hey, I'm going to work. This is who I'm filming with. This is the scene." Etc.
Yeah.
If they go to a club, hey, this is the girl that I picked up. This is the random from the night.
Then you're just hurting my feelings.
Exactly. So that's
Why is he hurting your feelings?
Because he didn't need to do that. I'm doing it for money.
Wait, why didn't you go to the club with him? My question, why wouldn't you just go to the club?
Because she's not attracted to women.
Because maybe I haven't seen the next day.
No, so that he doesn't bring home another woman.
Maybe
just go to the club.
First of all, I don't want to have to I don't want to have to babysit.
No, if that's what you're worried about.
I don't want to babysit. It's not my job to babysit my husband. And then also too, maybe I haven't seen the next day. I have to wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning to go to my scene.
Communication.
Maybe I'm not even there. Maybe I'm in LA. Maybe I'm in Florida.
It's not communication. It's not.
If the intention for the guy is just to go to the club,
we are literally
to find a girl, hey babe, by the way,
we are literally
I'm connecting with this girl. If you have that open arrangement, that sort of agreement,
we're literally discussing which version of flat Earth is most true. This is ridiculous.
But also,
no, none of this is true. I understand that if you find a guy who will tolerate this that you're talking about,
it's asking a lot. I know it's asking a lot.
I wish you nothing but the best.
Someone will take it
95%
eventually.
of men who have any standards whatsoever are not going to even attempt to try to justify this nonsense. No.
But on another note, I do know a lot of people that are both in the scene, and they have a beautiful, loving marriage, and they've been on for like 10 years.
I know them
beautiful.
too. And again, I'm not judging them. I'm saying that the idea that's just like, it's about communication. No, it's about finding this 1 in a million dude who's totally fine with this.
Well, get with the program.
Huh?
She knows her worth. She's not naive. Like, she knows what she wants. She's honest about it. She's transparent. Like, as long as you have all of those qualities, just don't lie about it. Don't lie about where you're at, what you want, what you're willing to do, compromise, etc.
Well, and then is hopefully the guy that I decide to take on. Well, if the scenario that they go to the club and they someone else, they would tell me that they need to go get checked, and then they go and pay for a test because. What they're not going to do is give me an STD or an STI and where I'm out of work for 2 weeks.
That's a great point. I recant
workers'
everything.
comp. You're right. You're right.
He's
workers' comp.
It's not possessive. Madness.
I got another hypothetical for you.
Okay.
You're dating a civilian. Okay. And he knows what you do and he's okay with that. Now, after a little while, you're in 6 months, he says, you know what? I really like what you do. I feel drawn. I feel like this is my passion. I want to get into the business too.
Go ahead, baby.
Then you're okay.
Yes,
with that.
100%.
So if it's
make
in
that
the
money,
industry,
As long as it's on camera.
you gotta. You must have a good. If I'm married
going to the club with him, though.
So if that's the case, then what's the difference between him going to the club and finding some girl?
Because it's
or
non-civilian.
getting and
Because here's the thing: when
so if he's drawing a paycheck.
Yeah, well, it's not even just that. When you go to the club and you meet a girl, then they want the number, and then the girl falls in love because they have sex, and blah 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 blah, and it causes problems because they go to the club and the girl is like, "I want to have sex with you," and then they have sex, and then she's like, "Oh, I love you," blah 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 blah.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
So
Norman, is that your club?
I'm in love
with you.
Because here's the thing: most civilian women that are like normal women do not think the way I think, where they can leave.
They get the
So wait,
feels.
I have a question.
Again, I agree with what you're saying, but that's not a superpower. Like it's great.
I think it is.
I
Because I used to be like boy crazy, and ever since I'm like, I don't want men at all.
Right, go ahead.
I have a question though. So you said that if he like gets paid for it or he gets a paycheck or whatever, it's okay. So what if she buys him the drinks?
Oh.
She's
got $17 drink. We going home now.
Like he got the free drink.
He gets a
That's all
drink
he
for
got?
sex. I don't think that's equivalent. Because I don't get
But
myself
women
out.
every night do that.
Yeah, but I don't.
Clock it.
That's all he got. Good job, baby.
Not me. No, I said women.
If all you need is one drink to have sex with my man, then you can have him.
Clock it.